Well, hello, my friends. This is Minister Hill. I'm a little upset today with the media, the way they're handling the Tiger Woods case. Because you got a bunch of hypocrites, the men on national TV trying to degrade him, and they're doing the very same thing. All men love sex. Don't fool yourself. All men. Do you actually think the man that you met just came into your life, that he was sitting around twiddling his thumbs waiting on you? No. He probably broke other women's hearts, another woman's heart, leaving her trying to get to you, the new vagina. He was not sitting around twiddling his thumb when he met you. No, men always have women across town, in town, downtown, around town. A man is going to keep a woman and he's not going to twiddle his thumb until he meet you. No, don't be fooled. Don't be deceived. Why do you think these pimps have so much money and everything? Because your husband is out having prostitutes. All men love sex. And I just want to tell my friend Lee Williams, he's a famous gospel singer, and the man, he really got it going on. But the thing that he don't realize, maybe he knows it now, he's really affecting his wife during intermission when he goes into the lobby and he hug up with various women taking pictures, and they be all on him. I mean, he does this from state to state, and these women be hugged up against him and in his arms, and he have his arms around them, and he be taking pictures with these women. That affects his marriage. You know, you can't do that in a long run and expect a good marriage, because if you take fire in your bosom, my brother, you're going to get burned. You can't do that. Matter of fact, I took a woman to see him one time, and during the intermission after the show, he was standing there, in the hallway. I know how crazy she is about him, like the rest of the women. I said, why don't you go shake his hand? She went to shake his hand. He grabbed her and pulled her into him, and embraced her and hugged her. So I just want to tell him, you're really affecting your family. You're a nice man. I respect you, but you got a wife and she don't like what you're doing, because I know women. So I just want to tell him that if he's listening, that he don't need to do that. He can uh, uh, get women attention just by singing. So as a preacher, I'm going to tell it like it is. Now, most preachers, they have to tiptoe through the tulips, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of things they don't want to say in their congregation, and they want to appear like a saint, you know. And they have a Bible in one hand and a Jones in the other hand. My Lord. So I'm going to be the spokesman today. All men love sex. I don't care who he is. All men love sex. All of them. All over the world. You know? So here we go again. Now it's Tiger Woods. Before it was Reverend Jackson. Before that, it was President Clinton and governors. The only thing that I was surprised about when these men uh, got caught was, that they got caught doing what they was doing. I wasn't really surprised. It was no surprise to me that they got caught, but the surprise was the thing they got caught for surprised me, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I keep telling people that a title, a man's status, does not take away the spirit of lust. All men love sex, including your man, your husband, and your so-called friends. A lot of women got men to sleep around with, and they don't want to marry them, so they just say, "This is my friend." When they meet a new man, he's nobody. Uh, he don't mean too much to me. He just in the meantime relationship. So that platonic friend, they are kept at bay by the woman. But if that woman said, "Come on in," he will rush in like a horny German shepherd. Yes, he will. And his race does not make any difference. No, it don't make any difference. Men all over the world love sex. hmm Those same hypocrites in the media that are trying to degrade Tiger Woods are having more than one woman themselves. The title of a news reporter does not exempt them from double dipping. All of us would like to double dip. Yes, we would. Or have two or three women at the same time, because it is not all the same. All women are not the same. Some women are a lady in the streets, but they are a whore in the bed. And the man wants the whore in the bed. All men live in glass houses, and they cannot throw rocks at another man. Men think about sex 24/7. And the women that are married, when your husband subscribes to Viagra, Levitra, and Cialis, those male enhancements are not to stimulate your husband for you and you only, but also to give them stamina to go out and have other women, if you know what I mean. Right after he has had sex with you, then he will call his other woman with his heart on, wanting to know if he can come through there. Pick up the phone, ask her, "Hey baby, can I come through there? You know, uh, can I come over for a quickie?" Because the male enhancement got him going, and one woman is not enough. He wants to share his unusual erection with other women. Yes, my friend, all men love sex. Even the sick man or the impotent man, he loves it, but he cannot produce. All men love sex. I don't care if he's a famous golfer, a preacher. There are stories about preachers having women in their office, or just women of their congregation. The policeman, he loves sex. There are stories about policemen proposition women for sex to get out of a ticket. hmm The doctor, the gynecologist, now we all know he loves his job. Let me move on from that. The honor taker, the track coach that has his hands on your little daughter. Man, you better go and see about your little girl. In the hands of that coach, telling her to get on the mark, and she's bent over all in his face, and he's standing behind her and saying, "Get on the mark, get set, and go." You better see about your naked daughter. hmm The priest, he loves sex. Now we know we better watch him. If a man is not having sex with a woman, he is probably having sex with your little son. hmm If a man is not having sex with a woman, that means he must be gay. If he is gay, he is still involved with multiple partners. A man will have his own hand, his own daughter, a animal, a young girl. He will have your girlfriend. Oh, yes, he will. So we're getting ready to go to part two, talking about all men love sex. You better stay tuned. It's going to get good. All men love sex. All